Hello, my name is Brooke, and I am here today to give you some tips and tricks on getting through back to school and into the cold winter months. I know that a lot of us are just in kind of a state of chaos right now and making some hard decisions, and I just have a few things that might help you get through. Now, first of all, back to school looks different for everyone this year, whether you've decided to stay home with your kids or you've sent your kids to school. I personally am in Canada, so I know more about the Canadian rules and what we're doing here. If you're in the States, I'm sure you're faced with a lot of the same decisions that we are. So here is what we are doing to get ready for back to school. Now, I am a firm believer in kind of preventing or keeping our bodies healthy and operating at optimal efficiency in order to stay healthy throughout the winter months, because we know that there are lots of different things that come our way once we send kids back to school, including critters on your head and all sorts of things like that that I am going to try and still think of, even though we're faced with a lot of other things right now too. Okay, first things first. Obviously, hand sanitizer. We are all using hand sanitizer a ton right now. And I don't want to get too into my views on all of this, but there are a lot of extras that are put into all of these cleaning products and hand sanitizers that are doing us harm. I would say they're not helping us. So we choose in our house to use more plant-based options. So this is Thieves hand sanitizer. It is approved as a sanitizer. It says hand sanitizer on it. It has over 60% alcohol in it. It has peppermint oil, aloe. It does not dry out your hands. The remaining ingredients in it are plant-based. So it is a really, really good, effective way to sanitize your hands when you need to. And I have heard of some school boards in Calgary, where I am in Alberta, that are kind of making kids use the school hand sanitizer. Let me tell you that I just checked, and this Thieves hand sanitizer is on the Government of Canada website as an approved sanitizer to use during this time. So I would argue, I would fight if you need to, with the school board if you are really passionate about having your child use your own hand sanitizer. This is approved by the Government of Canada. So it is going to work the same as the other things that they are offering you, but in my opinion, has less damaging properties to it. So that's the number one thing. We've got it in our purses, backpacks, everywhere. This is all I use. If I enter a store, I just tell them I have my own and I use this instead. Number one. Okay, here we go again with some other options. Schools right now are being cleaned with crazy things. So I would suggest, if you can, at home to use some safer products, because the less that we can put this stuff in our kids' bodies, the better, I would say. So enter Thieves Household Cleaner. This lasts forever. It's a concentrate. It's an all-purpose cleaner. We use it for everything. This is a 16-ounce bottle, and you use one capful, and then you fill the rest with water. And that's it. Okay, so this is what we use for everything in our house, in the car. I use it everywhere. I make wipes with it. So I recommend using something that's more plant-based at home, because we know that everywhere that we go, that's not where people are going right now. They're using the really harsh things. And I can't imagine that it is good to be piling all of this into our kids' bodies, and we can use a better option. Okay, moving into some oils that we use. So we use essential oils, obviously, in our home. We are a really, I believe, well-balanced household. We eat McDonald's sometimes, and we really care about our health. I do think that you can do both. It does not need to be a massive extreme one way or the other. You can blend the two lifestyles to something that works for your family. So essential oils we use for wellness and for emotional support a lot. So we have our wellness roller. So this has thieves oil in it, which is an oil here that's going to help with immune support. Why not? use all the immune support you can get, and it goes in our wellness roller. And now these roller bottles are a really easy, convenient way to get oils into your system, and you can just use a few drops of this, so about 10 drops in here, and then you top it with fractionated coconut oil. That's called a carrier oil, and it just helps you apply it to your body. So I use these in our wellness roller. I use something called RC, respiratory comfort. I'm not actually sure what it stands for, but we use RC as respiratory comfort. It's going to help open those airways a little bit. I also put oregano oil. We've all heard, I think, of oregano helping with immune support too. I like to put frankincense in my roller. There really is no exact recipe. I will happily in the comments put the recipe that I use. But if you find that you want to add an oil to it that you've heard is a really good one, or you've done some reading and some research on it, and you've heard that lemon is a really good one, add some lemon to your roller and apply it down your spine and the bottoms of your feet twice a day. And then you are set. I use it on the kids, on ourselves. I used to be a kindergarten teacher, and my personal anecdote on this is that I had no sick days while I was pregnant, and after, no sick days at school. I did not miss a day of work due to illness. I also think that it's because we stay healthy in our home too, that helps, really helps keep our whole family healthy. Okay, now let's get on to some other school ones. I have a focus roller. In this focus roller, it's going to help with homework. If you're homeschooling, roll it on your kids before they go into school. It just really helps them with a little bit of emotional support in that department. So there is an oil called Genius, and it's a KidSense line. This is pre-diluted for kids. So you can use this straight up, and you can just use this in your focus roller if you want. I also add an oil called Valor. This is a really good one to help boost confidence and kind of this I got this attitude going into school. I think that's really good to give to our kids, and just as another tool to say, like, you can handle this, no problem. So I put those two in our focus roller, and then I top it with the coconut oil as I do our wellness roller. Okay, Mama Calm. This is my favorite roller right now. I use it all the time. I have a diffuser actually in my car, and I use this blend in there too. Now, this honestly can be a variety of oils depending on what speaks to you. I personally use oils like Stress Away, White Angelica, Valor. There's a whole bunch of different ones that I use. I will post the recipe in here too. I didn't want to list off a whole bunch of oils because if you're watching, I don't need you taking notes. I will put it in the comments for you. Okay, so this is Mama Calm, and you are going to put it on your forearms, your neck, anywhere you need to smell it. You're going to take some deep breaths. Really just be aware of why you're putting it on in the moment. Think about, ways to calm yourself down. And I find that this, it's just an instant kind of weight off your shoulders when you are feeling some anxious feelings or just stressed out. I think we're all feeling that. Now, my little guy is 3.5, and he also has got some really big emotions. He takes after his mom in that department, but he's also 3. He's learning a bunch of new things, and he is trying to just organize himself, and he struggles with that sometimes. So this is called Indie Calm. His name is Indy. And this one has Endoflex. So Endoflex, I actually use myself every day on my neck here. It helps with your adrenal support, and kids can really use support in that department too. So it helps with his big emotions and just helps regulate his body a little bit. So it has Endoflex, White Angelica, the Tantrum Saver. I call this one. I use it all the time on myself. It's in my Mama Calm roller. I use it on my son. Like mid-tantrum, I have him just smell straight out of the bottle. And I'm not kidding you, just the action of inhaling and taking in this really good stuff, it calms him down. I'm going to tell you that sometimes I feel like I sound like a crazy person because I would have thought that I was crazy if I talked to myself 3 years ago like this. But I'm telling you, anecdotally, I have seen it work. My husband has seen it work, and men tend to be skeptics a little bit more, I think, sometimes, but he has seen it work. He knows, And he was surprised, blown away by it actually. So white angelica, I would put at the top of your list if you're looking to just buy a couple oils. White angelica and Valor are two that will benefit the whole family. And I also throw orange in here. It's got a calming effect. It smells great. It just really is a nice citrusy. I don't know anyone that doesn't like citrus oils. So many people like the citrus oils, and it is a good kind of evening out oil as well. So I throw that in there and roll it on his adrenals as well, morning and night. And it just kind of helps regulate things. And if we find that we're still having some tantrums, straight up white angelica is going to help. Okay, so those are like the main things that I do to just get through the day. Now, sleep is a big one, and ditching and switching and ditching out some of your high chemical products for plant-based options is just a really another way to keep your family at a high level of wellness. So I am more than happy to answer any questions about what we use there. We're a Young Living family. I use almost all Young Living, and I'm going to tell you, I don't love all of the Young Living products. There are things that don't work for us. No problem. This isn't like, again, an all-in kind of one way or no way. I would say 90% Young Living in our house because it works for us. I use their makeup, their shampoos and conditioners, all of the body wash for the kids, all of that. And when you look at price point wise, if you added up all the money that you spend on those other things at the store and then ditch them and switch them out for the Young Living brand, you're going to find that you come out pretty even as far as cost goes, because Young Living products are all really concentrated, and most of the time you can dilute their products. Like the cleaner, for example, this is $28 for this bottle, and it costs about 25 cents per bottle when you price it out to do this. So it 28 bucks might be like, oh, $20 for a cleaner. Well, when you price it out per bottle and how many you get, this is going to last you 6 months. So price-wise, it really evens itself out, and it has really been an easy flowing way to ditch big things that were costing us a lot of money, that were not helping us, into some other low-cost ways that help us. So hopefully that helped you a little bit. I wanted to keep this quick and straightforward, and just a few things to get you started. Hand sanitizer, I'm going to say, is a big one. If you are putting hand sanitizer on 17 times a day, please use a good one. Use something that's helping your body, not getting in there and is a foreign body and is affecting our hormones and disrupting things like that. Use a good hand sanitizer. So I can help you if you want to get them. You can, if you're in Canada, you can just buy hand sanitizer. There's no commitments here. You can literally just go to the website and buy hand sanitizer. Just send me a message and I will help you, send you in the right direction. So hopefully that was a bit helpful. Thank you for joining me today. I've never done a YouTube live before, and it's a bit nerve-wracking, but I hope that you enjoyed it, and please ask any questions. I will always answer in a very transparent, honest way. That is my promise. Hope you have a great day.